Hello, I'm Mr. Justice, and I'm the mechanical design and drafting teacher here at Fraser High School. Here at the school, our drafting program has 3 courses of instruction. The first being beginning drafting. In beginning drafting, all students learn to draw and design using the tools of our trade. So a drafting board, T-square, compass, a pencil, everything is hand drawn in the first semester of this course. So as mentioned, these are going to be some of the tools of our trade, and this is the tools that you'll actually be using in the class during our first semester of basic drafting. Some of the things that you're going to end up starting to do is we actually start with some sketching techniques, and we use graph paper to do that. As we move away from that, we get into drawing. We look at creating our own borders and using the techniques that we learned and to create geometric shapes to design and draw these components. So after we do that, then we get into 3-view drawings. So after we finish our first semester of basic drafting, we move into using computer software. The software that we use here at Fraser High School is called SolidWorks. There are lots of different types of design software out there, but this is what we're using here at Fraser. So some examples of that are these couple of components. So here on the right, it's a C-clamp or a vice clamp body, and then this is going to be the screw that actually goes into this piece. So students will design using this software to create both parts individually. So our second and third year students go through 2 other courses. Our second year course is called Vocational Engineering, and the third year course is called Individualized CAD. In both those classes, students continue to use our SolidWorks software to create more difficult parts. They learn about assemblies, drawings, and then we dive into tolerances and dimensioning a lot more. So as we take these couple of basic parts that we've already created, say with our first year students, we can actually come in here and create an assembly file using the same components as we already drew in our other class. So now what we've done is I want to make this so it looks like a clamp. So to do that, I have to make these parts come together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and connect this to this. So we're going to go over here to our make command, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to grab that. So now this is actually in the wrong direction, so we're going to flip it so it goes in the right direction. I'm going to click the green check to accept. Now it's not exactly where I want it, so the next thing I'm going to do is click this face, rotate around and click this face, hit my green check, and now I have this component right where I want it. So these are going to be the parts that students will be doing in class. My advanced students also have a couple of other opportunities. So they'll also compete in Skills USA in the technical drawing category, where they'll do exactly some of the same things I just showed you, where they're developing parts and they have to talk about tolerances. They have to tell me using different materials what the weight's going to be and how things are going to work. The students will also have a chance to get certified in SolidWorks with their SolidWorks Associate Certification exam. So by the end of their second full year, students will take that exam, and we do that right here in the classroom. So these are industry certifications that the students will be able to get. Students here in the classroom also get a chance to use our 3D printers, which we have 6 of here in the building. And so here are some of the components that students have actually printed here. This component right here is actually carbon fiber, and we used this printer right here to create that. This was for one of our robots that we compete with, and the student designed it, we printed it, and we've actually been able to use it in competition. Now I'm going to show you some of the robots that we've actually built here. This was last year's robot. It's in a disassembly phase currently as we're getting ready for this year's competition. So they're starting to break it down into the smaller components. This is also a chassis that we've built. You'll notice that each robot has different wheels. The one right here has crab style wheels, so it'll actually move side to side without having to make turns. So also here in the industrial technology department, which is where our drafting classes are taught, we also have an AP laser. This is a laser engraver that students get to use to personalize projects that they may have done. And here's some different items that students have done. So that is our mechanical design program. We do compete with First Robotics for this course as well, and you're going to see some of the pictures of students working on things, working on the robot, and some of the projects that students have been able to personalize using some of the equipment that we have here in the building.